Hello, everyone. Yeah, I came, I was reading the life of Esther and I discovered that there's so many facts that we don't really talk about Esther. I know we know some of them, but we just don't talk about it. I think we just think that they are not that relevant. But to me, I think they are very relevant because someone's background matters a lot. It matters, on the performance of such person. And one of the things I'm going to talk about is the fact that we don't really call Esther by her Hebrew name. I think the Hebrew name should be more important. The fact that her Hebrew name was Hadassah. Make me an offering, make me whatever you want me to be. I came here with nothing, and all you have given me, Jesus, bring me wine out of me. Amen. I've paused it. That's one of the song that God gave me when I was about to make my decision. It's only the song that makes sense at that time. So I love that song so much. So it was playing. I have to sing a while. So I've paused it. So let me finish. So we don't really talk about the fact. I think the Hebrew name should matter more than the Esther that she was being called. So Hadassah, and it sounds nice, but we don't really call her Hadassah. So that was one of the fact that we don't talk about that much, and the fact that she came as captive during the reign of Jeconiah, that is Esther 2, verse 6. Jeconiah, when he was carried away by King Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon. So that's when Esther 2 was taken as captives. So it matters that she came during the time of Jeconiah. We don't talk about it that much, but I think it's quite relevant. And there are other two things that I discovered about this, not only Esther, but even Mordecai. When you look at that book of Esther 2, verse 5, and they are talking about Mordecai. They said he's the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite. When you hear Kish, what comes to your mind? The son of Kish, Saul. Saul was one of the sons of Kish. So we see Mordecai came from a royal family. You can call it that. Kish, he actually came from a royal family. Maybe that's why he was working in the king's courtyard. And maybe that's why he knows how to carry himself. And maybe one of the reasons why Esther too just fits in. She just blending into royalty. So that's one of the things we don't come about. So Kish, Mordecai came, if Mordecai's parents and Esther's parents, they are siblings. So if Mordecai came from a source family, obviously, same with Esther, Hadassah. So that's one of the things. And another thing is the fact that we called um, Mordecai Esther's uncle, which is quite good because I know some of my cousins I call uncle because they are way older than me and they treat me as if they are responsible for me. So I see them as if they are my parents' sibling. So same with Esther. So Mordecai was a son to one of Esther's parents' sibling. So you see. So Esther's parents, one of the parents, happens to be Mordecai's uncle. When you look at that verse, Esther 2, verse 15. So he's one of the uncle to Esther's parents. One of the parents is uncle to Mordecai. Another thing is the fact that we don't really talk about Esther's father's name, and that's 14 as well. Esther 2:15. So they mentioned the name of Esther's dad, which happens to be Abihail. Another thing, lastly, is the Aman. They say Aman the Agagite. When you remember Agagite, what do you remember? You remember Saul and the Amalekites. He preserved the king of the Amalekite who happens to be Agag. So some scholars says that Aman came from that lineage, Amalekite lineage. So those are the facts we don't really talk about, but which I think they are relevant. I know we know them. We are genius for, and I know we read our Bible, but we just don't really talk about it. So I bring you that news. My name is Korede, and this is Encouragement to the Righteous. Stay blessed. I'll come with some other facts that we don't really talk about but are relevant in knowing the person, more and in depth. So stay blessed till I see you next time.